Birdman says Master P told Priority Records he would leave the label if they did a deal with Cash Money. He also reveals that Russell Simmons refused to sign Cash Money to Def Jam because he didn't like the artwork for the album. Let's go ahead and check out this video. He was on Nick Cannon's YouTube channel podcast, Cannon Class. Let's go ahead and check it out.
West Coast, and it was something new and something different. And at the time, what was unique about him, or to us, is he was independent on his own, getting money, and he had like a unprecedented record-breaking deal. I forgot who gave him his deal. Priority.
A lot of Texas niggas' music was coming our way.
Right, like Rap Alive.
Yeah, Rap Alive was like the pioneer for us. That was somebody who I really looked at was Jay Prince in my time of coming up.
Yeah, absolutely, OG.
So he did his shit.
Right.
And Texas music was coming down to us, but now our music going their way.
So y'all get into it, you get in there, Universal. Now, did you fly to New York? Or was it LA? Or like,
New York.
So you went out there,
to New York,
met with Doug Morris and all that.
I met with other people. I met with, I think it was Warner Brothers, Sylvia Rome.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you was meeting with everybody?
Yeah, I was meeting with everybody.
Yeah, get the best
Sylvia
deal.
Rome, she said, and I got nothing but love for Sylvia. Over the years we didn't work together, but she said our music don't work for them. So we just left. I just walked out.
Right.
I went to Def Jam. And met with Russell.
Right.
Roar and Kevin Lyles.
Right.
This nigga Russell said he don't like our artwork. I said, I'm like, this
I'm making millions of dollars a week, nigga. You don't like my artwork?
You know, Russell's a legend.
Nah, we love him. That's the OG.
I walk clean up.
Yeah.
You don't like my artwork. What about my music?
Right.
You don't care for the music?
Right.
So I left and I went to Priority.
Right.
Some weird shit here, right? I go to Priority. They fly us to California. Man, Slim, a couple of homies, we go out there. Nigga come in there and said, man, I'm sorry we can't do the deal. He said, because Master P said if we sign y'all, he leaving.
Wow.
Ooh. What?
It wasn't enough room for more than one New Orleans nigga.
I just jumped on a jet and went back to New Orleans and was like, fuck it, we just gonna grind with it. And then Mel, I went to the car. I said, this is my last trip. I ain't taking no more motherfucking flights to New York or California.
Right.
Fuck it, we'll thug it out.
Yeah.
I'm still making millions. They gonna come down here and fuck with me. I ain't going back.
Right.
And that was my last flight.
What was Cash Money doing when P and No Limit was popping off?
Honestly, I never heard of that dude.
Really?
Never. I knew him. I kind of knew him because he played basketball.
Right.
But, and that's AAU because sometimes our project was Shakespeare. They was Rosenwald. So sometimes that shit play together.
Right.
And a nigga really could ball.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah.
I never knew him of no streets.
Not in the streets.
Nah, so, we heard of it, but we was all young. But then they left and came back. I ain't understand this shit. Like, cause I've been out here all this time doing this. I ain't never heard of this shit. But his wave came from the West Coast.
Yeah, cause they was getting it popping like in Richmond and all,
It came from that way.
Yeah, and I think that was smart just based off of he had the South feel, he had the West Coast, and it was something new and something different. And at the time, what was unique about him, or to us, is he was independent on his own, getting money, and he had like a unprecedented record-breaking deal. I forgot who gave him his deal. Priority.
A lot of text.
Miss Birdman. I gotta watch that episode. I'm gonna watch the full episode of that. Nick Cannon's Masterclass. This is from the Art of Dialogue, but they took the clip. But it's something from Nick Cannon's Cannon Class. That's the name of his YouTube. Damn, I ain't know me P was hating on him like that. That's crazy. It's one room. That's how I be though sometimes. When you know, that's how I be sometimes in a job. When you get a job and it be just one black person there at that job, and then they hire you like the second one that they hire. You would think y'all would be cool. Hey man, you know, a lot of times, sometimes it does happen, but for the most part, what does happen, the other black person that was amongst all these white folks working at this company, they feel threatened by you being there. They feel like you gonna take their spice. They feel like it's only could be one black person. You know, they always they I remember I worked a job like that where I was working with this guy. This was when I was in my 20s, and they hired me on from a temp service, and he was there from a temp service as well. You know, and we was only going to be there a certain amount of time, but I guess they was going to have a position open up, you know, and I wasn't really tripping off getting the position. But I guess homeboy felt threatened about me being there because he wanted that position. He wanted for them to hire him straight on from the temp agency and start being, you know, a permanent hire, which they wasn't going to do that because if that company hires you, they got to pay the company, the temp agency, a fee for them bringing him to you. So that's money that they wasted when they can just pay somebody, hire somebody, do their own interviews, and you know they can save money that way. They're not finna hire you from through, you know, unless you just absolutely exceptional, but they don't want to lose the money. So he thought that I'm trying to, like, dude, I'm not trying to be here permanent. I'm just doing this little temp shit, you know. It's too far of a drive and they ain't paying no money. So even if they do hire me on, they ain't paying no money. So, but I guess he felt threatened. I heard him tell one of the managers, I work harder than him. I was on my lunch break walking back and I overheard them talking. Yeah, I work harder than him though. You know what I'm saying? He don't work like me. He was some shit he was saying about me. Just don't try and throw me out like this motherfucker. You know, but that's how we be though. We feel threatened when there's another one of us around. We think, you know, at first we were like the shiny new Negro amongst all the white folks, but now that here come another brother coming in, or another sister, you feel like, oh, who this motherfucker gonna try to take my spot around here? You know, Key and Peele did a skit about that. They touched on, people don't realize Key and Peele, even though they were biracial brothers, they touched on a lot of black stuff on their show, little inside stuff, how black people do each other, how, you know, and they talked about that. It can only be the one black guy amongst all the white people, and he came to the new school, so now the other black guy feels threatened that he showed up. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be sometime amongst us. I don't know why we think like that. But anyway, what do y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Ezra. It's funny, I didn't know that they was beefing like that though, man. That's probably why they because, you know, I did hear that they were beefing, Master P and Birdman at one point. They still don't talk, and you never see pictures of them together because there's still kind of tension there. But that's probably why they got beef. Master P was throwing them under the bus. Like, if y'all sign them, y'all might as well get. I guess he felt like they was gonna come in and take his spot. You know, which it should be enough to go around for everybody, though. You know, but the way we think, man. Anyway, subscribe to the channel.